So you are most welcome, each one of us. I'm so humbled that we are here. I don't take it for granted that you all signed in for this wonderful event. This is our second time since we started these sessions last year, and we are committed to keep on engaging each and every year. Perhaps at the end of every year, we shall be holding these sessions. And the mission is to have a way where we can gather as all of us, people that whoever, a feeling that we can contribute something as a community through contributing our ideas, but not for our own benefit, but towards our business and growth and also investments. So Samuel Waswa Kiunda is my name, and I won't introduce myself very detailed beyond the profile that is on the flyer that we used it to invite people. And I'm basing in German, and I'm also undertaking my second degree in taxation and law. And I'm very humbled that we are going to share with each of you. Maybe what I have to tell you that this session may end in 40 minutes. So before it ends, I will share in the chat the second link if we have any further things that we need to share amongst ourselves that is not confined within these minutes. I don't intend to go beyond this time. So, as we all know, that this is specifically to connect our ideas with a community. And in this, it just means that through communities, through associations, we can do much better than individualism. So we have a target of 2035 where we see that we can do better and contribute a little more things when we are a community. So we keep on adding other people that join, and they will find us on the way. So before any further, we are going to start right away by understanding each other. And I'm going to hear from each one of you. It is very important as a basic requirement that we are building a community where our businesses will expand and investment ideas will expand. We need to know each other. So right about this time, I'm going to invite each one of you to open a mic and then introduce yourself in just 1 minute, and then you talk about what you are doing, and then we understand each other, and then we shall continue. So I don't know how can we do it, but I think you can just come as, is it okay? Maybe let me
I
see.
don't know what time it is that side. By this time in Uganda, it's already evening. Um, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mercy Ashava. I am a lawyer by profession, currently in Kampala, Uganda. That's what I can say. Thank you. I'm excited to be part of you. Good evening once again.
You're most welcome, Ashaba. Council Ashaba. We are humbled to hear from you. Can all hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I think let me call out people. Muhammad, can
Yeah,
you can you say
it,
something?
yeah. My name is Talha Mahmood. I'm from Pakistan. Currently living in Germany, studying international taxation and law in Rheinwald University. And my plans for the future is to become a steuerberater to deal with the taxes and the other stuff related to it. My degree.
You are welcome, Muhammad. We are humbled to have you. Faisal,
Samuel, can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mutahi Faisal. based in Germany. I'm doing the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. I'm happy to be here. Looking at records and traveling. I'll be on. Thank you.
Thank you, Faisal. Madrid, can you hear me, Madrid?
Yes, I
don't know.
can.
I'm sorry if I failed to pronounce your name correct.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nyangoma Mildred Kataha, a student at Uganda Christian University, offering Bachelor of Agricultural Sciences and Entrepreneurship. I'm also passionate about business. I have a small online business. It's entitled Me the Jeans and Knickers. I'm so happy to be here. I expect to learn more about how best I can deal with the community. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Livingston, sir.
Thank you, Samuel. I'm Livingston Bamanya. I am a passionate farmer and a student in Germany. I always like it to tell people that I come from Kazo. So proud of my place. I do farming in Kazo. I hope to do it more, and I'm here to learn from the colleagues, and maybe if given a chance to share this small knowledge that I can. I thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Is anyone else who has not had this chance to talk to us? But no worries. Later we shall discuss more about other topics. Anyone of us will get chance to communicate to us. So, who are we and what we are doing? First of all, we are a community of corporations or companies that decided to gather as communities. We do things that involve people around together. And first of which is our partner Alumni Village. This we are going to know more about alumni villages later in this. So they deal in land and investment, group associations, and all that. So we are going to get to know about them later and how we can access them and how we can expand our market with them. So we have Men of Purpose. I've been with Men of Purpose and it has been in existence for now about 5 years. Someone in Mukono, Uganda Christian University, I think you have heard about Men of Purpose. So it is more to do with putting the information out there to men and even women when it comes to personal development and personal improvement, personal growth. So it is doing a very great job in that field. We have Natharis Foundation. This is one of our partners. We do investment in it, but it is also a company that is handling a primary school, that side of Masaka, and we are proud of it. It is doing a great job that side. And the whole idea of this, we are looking to generate a community. I don't know, maybe you might be one of us, and at the end of this session, by 2025, by 2035, where we have generated a community of individuals, of companies, where we can leverage this by selling or buying our products amongst ourselves, so as to generate a very unbreakable chains of growth and prosperity. So this is, of course, organized by Kisawa Establishment. It is also a limited company in Uganda where it does investments in capital markets, in farming. It also deals in real estate. So that is the major industry that it operates in, but more to do with also reaching out to people, correcting groups around, engaging as much as possible so that we become stronger as one. So of course it organized this day, and we are happy that we are here together. So I did not want to have a presentation because this is gonna be more to share by ourselves, but it's okay that we can get this roadmap since we have a limited time and on this platform. But I think this can also give us a good walkthrough of how we are going to end this year and we enter into next year, 2026. So, and our approach as a group, as a community. So, first of all, we look towards saving. Saving here, we mean money, saving money. We encourage that as much as possible to save money and also to activate investments. We understand that saving alone cannot be enough, and this is sometimes not only for people who already earn, but even those ones that do not earn. So long as you have something that you can earn, we encourage it that you save it, and you can also channel it straight away in an investment, as we shall see later, where that can be well channeled. Of course, from that step, we encourage investing, that saving, and also we encourage acquisition of land, because we know that the land ownership is one of the underlying asset which holds other discipline of markets, be it farming, as my friend Livingston said, is very passionate at farming. You can't do farming without land. You can't do real estate without land. You can't do some friend of ours, I think Midred, said that she's engaged in business. Was it selling clothing? So you can find that you can't conduct that business in the open. You need land where that shop is gonna be situated. So we invest in land. So after that, we look forward to develop an investment. Let's say if land, we develop it, we look forward to develop it, or if you acquired it as a capital preservation, then we look into the asset liquidation. Now, this is where something is very interesting, where we have a community. We have a challenge that in many communities, liquidating an asset, it becomes a bit challenging. But if you are belonging to a certain community, it becomes very easy because a buyer is just on your next click away, either on just a text or via WhatsApp that I'm selling this, and they come to get you out. So here, that's where we see that a community can be a very good spot to identify the customers. So we see that business setup is also our approach in our business models, because we understand that one of the most interesting things in investments, or which has a very good return on investment, it is usually setting up business. However much it is very fragile, it is volatile, but when you learn the basics or the very principles of business, you can be, someone that is doing the right thing. So business startup, it is what we also encourage, and I applaud our sister who said that she's engaged in business. Of course, even people in farming, that is business, and this community, we intend that if you have a community already set up, it is very easy that you can sell and expand and diversify quickly, because you already have the target market. The target market. You talk of people who are here, are dealing in restaurant, for example, and they have Livingstone dealing in agriculture. It is easy that you can connect with what your products are to someone who is going to consume in the restaurant. Of course, we also encourage diversification as much as possible. And as you have seen, the companies and even each of you who will intend to create a company, people here will be willing to invest in your company via this model of diversification. And we see that this is something that is very crucial for us to understand as a community, as a corporation that works hand in hand. This is one of the very basic underlying outlines that we look and we use to approach any of our development and ventures. So, and why is a community? First of all, I want to emphasize on this. Why do we say a community? We want to just we don't want to just look it on the surface, but we want to dig it deeper. And I think at this point, we are going to share a little bit. Any of you who want to share are going to share on any of the following points, and you see and we see how we can indulge in your operations and how you would want us to get involved with what you produce, with what you sell. So first of all, on the issue of expanding your market span in your business, I want to ask any of you who would like to come in. When it comes to expanding your business, how would you like to leverage the community, first of all? If we talk of a community, we say that it is something that can help us to expand our or an individual's market span. I want to ask someone, how would you want, if you are dealing in the business, to leverage to leverage a community so that your business can grow? Mary, you said that you are dealing in a shop. When we are now before you, how would you want us to access you, and how would you want us to get involved in your business? And any of you, whichever handling something, how would you want us to come in, and how would you like us to contact you, and how would you like us to push your business further beyond your doorsteps?
Can I answer this question relating to the small business I'm doing?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, when I was going to start this business, so since I'm a student, I first made what we call market research. I saw what mostly students were at campus. So I thought of selling jeans and the panties for ladies because I see most students wear them. Then on the expansion part of it, I first built trust among the students giving my clothes because I don't have a physical shop. So I could go talk to them. I could do what people call door to door. Yeah, I go to every room, every hostel. I tell them what I'm going to start. So when I saw a positive feedback, I started. So that helped me to build my loyalty. So students started supporting me. So again, I understood what they want, like what they want to wear. So that helped me to create that opportunity. So after that, I engaged in Christian women. I engaged in lecturers. So it formed a very big community. So at the moment, students are off, they are in holidays, but I have already received some orders of those who want me to supply to them when the semester starts. So that's I can say a community in business. There are potential buyers. They are the ones who support us. So when we build trust with them, we create value, we make real market impact. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's all I
Yeah,
can share.
exactly. Thank you so much, Mary. This is very interesting to hear. We see that when you have a community of uh, people, be it customers, be it core business owners, you have that leverage of expanding your business uh, more and more, because we have in business what they call a referral basis. Someone buy and then he refer you to someone, and then he connect you with anyone else. And then in this way, we can see that it is very important that you create a community first that can help you to push. And of course, when it comes to investment relations, a community can also act in the same way as something that where you can get investors. For example, amongst us, there might be interested people that can say, okay, I like how you do it. I don't know how it works, but I'm passionate about also market. But I would like to, expand uh, your business, or to get involved with you. Would you allow that you get invested in, you get investors, or external funding? So those are the things that you can also think about when it comes to a community. There are people who may not buy, but they may want to participate with you as partners, so that can also help in that way. So there is also leveraging knowledge from experts. When you have a community, you can get people that may get you with all sorts of information that is very beneficial to your business to expand. So that is also something that is very key. You build a diversified team. When it comes to a team, when it comes to a corporation that looking forward to develop, you may need team members that are very resourceful, but it is very hard to get out people that may be committed as you. But if you have generated a community over time, it can be very easy that you get a team from already the community that you created. So that is also a very important aspect when it comes to a community. So branding is key. Within a community, there are things that you may not need to consider when you already have a community. When it comes to your business name, how it looks out there, you may leverage with people's, you may leverage people's, you may leverage customers by referrals. Whenever someone refer, is also branding you in one way or the other, which can also be working for you in that perspective. So I said that I will share the link in the chat, and then we shall join again in 3 minutes to come. I will pardon me when we have any inconvenience up to that point, but that is it. So that's why we see that there is this, for example, this event that happened recently uh, from one of our contacts, Men of Purpose. This is someone that came on board because this Men of Purpose does it in a way that they invite professionals, experts to talk to people, to talk to students, and it is open to anyone. But these experts come with all sorts of, knowledge that they have tested over time. So this community that you may access, it can also be a basis to have a very sophisticated information. And guess what? Most times at no penny, at no costs attached. So that's what comes with a community where you can belong over time. Knowledge it is something also very key when it comes to growth and business. So, what is your version? I want to hear from, I think, as we are going to join into another session, we are going to continue to hear from our own version. We are going to hear from Livingstone, and we want to, I think you can come in now and you tell us what would be your version when it comes to a community and how would you want to leverage a community so that we see that we benefit each other in one way or the other, because we all know that you sell something, I am the buyer. How would you want, what you, would your version be? Yes, Livingstone.
Thank you so much. I am sorry I didn't get the name of the previous speaker. I'm not sure if it's Mildred.
Yeah, Mildred. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mildred.
So she mentioned something about something to do with the trust. It has always been my thing from the word go. I believe in it because I've tested it and it has worked for me. I personally believe when a business is starting, it could be very hard for us to realize profits as soon as we may imagine, or maybe as soon as we want the profits. However, in my own version, I believe it's okay to either eat less or maybe we make sure we don't make losses in the beginning. It's just to sustain as we start. But I believe when I'm just continuing to talk about the trust. When you create trust within the people or maybe within your own community, you can actually, at the end of it all, to some extent, mention your price in some things, as long as the trust is within the people. So I would also continue to talk about and preach about the trust within the business. And then secondly, to make sure that we try to make as much connections as possible. I want to give a scenario to our people who are back home. You can bear me witness, Samuel, that I think 70% of the clothes that we put on, we actually buy them from home.
Yeah.
So it means that Qatar has a chance to connect and make a new market from there. So making sure you get people's contacts, you make sure you reach out to people specifically for business. You don't know how things start. So if someone comes, buys 1 2 things, and then they are okay, he tells another person, like that. So to me, I think if I'm dealing in something, me, I'm a cattle keeper. I don't do tilling of the land, but I keep animals. So if I know Samuel is maybe connected to someone that can maybe try to make sure the milk I sell is this, or maybe if my bulls are fat, if I'm supposed to sell the bulls, Kisawa has a connection that can lead me to a better market. I have to make sure I make sure I come as close as to Samuel as I can. Because just like Lucy says, it helps me. So
Yeah.
it's important to connect. It all starts with connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then that leads us to marketing and all that, but we market in different ways. Connection is also part of that.
Yeah,
Maybe
thank you so much.
I beg to
Thank you
submit.
so much, Livingstone. Yeah, you have talked about connecting is the key. And for example, we are here and I may need something, and I know that Livingstone already have it, and I know I will get what I want, and I will get the information I want before I buy. And I think that would than going just on an open market without any other knowledge. Um, so in that way, I will be on my advantage. I will be using my advantage that I know Livingstone, And
Yeah.
of course, when I have something I sell, when he also needs something, he will also connect me, something like that. So, thank you so much, Livingston, for that.
That's right.
Yes, I'm going to make a very humble request that I've just sent another link in the chat. I'm going to request that each one of us can join that one and we end this one. I don't know whether it is okay for you. Let's connect. Let's join another link that is in the chat, and then this will stop. Is it okay? We have just heard from Livingston. Thank you so much for sharing. He has talked about something that is very key when it comes to a community, and I think it can work best. It always works like that across all discipline. The trust issue, the trust. Someone once said that the most important asset when we are starting businesses or when we are starting our branding or professions, it is the asset to do with trust. When you break your asset of trust at your initial levels, meaning that it will affect you for the rest of your business. So trust is very key. So uh, Council Massey? Do you have something to say about what is your vision when it comes to a community? What do you see beyond? Uh, yes, Council Massey.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it comes to a
Uh,
community, how would you leverage, or what is your vision when it comes to a community? Yes, and you may also clarify more about what you do, and then we know each other more.
Thank you so much, Council. Well, to me, in most cases, when you have products that you want people to know, just like the previous speakers have said, it starts with trust. And then after building that trust, there is an aspect called advertisement. And advertisement where I could just specify with the issue of maybe talking to the community you have, or maybe adjusting and make it to go to your social media platforms. Like, for example, you can put it on your TikTok, the Instagram part, the X, for everyone to know what you are selling and what you are having. And in that, when you're advertising, people get to know what you sell, what you have on the table. And in that, you're extending your community of knowing your products. So advertisement is so crucial in as far as building our business or expanding our businesses is concerned to the community. Because you may realize that the community you have might be small, or and in small in as far as maybe what you sell, people may not be at one time be interested in it. But then when we advertise, there's a way how you attract a lot of customers along the way. So advertisement is crucial in as far as building a community and expanding the what your business is concerned. Then another thing that I could speak about, Council, on the version of business in as far as it is concerned is the issue of customer care. You realize, for example, I own a business that's a bookshop, but the way you handle a customer matters a lot. Why? Well, because just like you had said earlier, people always refer to use referrals. Is that person that sells this and this? He or she has a good customer care. You understand? So by referring on the way you behave to clients is also fundamental. So that's my version about business. Thank you, Council.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, consumers. It is so impactful. Yes, so best to all our versions of how we would interact with the community or with people coming together, it is also very important to check out these things because we want to get out the best we can from these contacts that we have. First of all, when we are wanting to go further, we want to be specific on something that we want to sell out there. Yes, as Livingstone is engaged in farming, there are people that want to be specific into farming. And also when it comes to business, we want to check out this specificity nature so that we can, you know, invite or attract other people to join us in our engagement with our businesses. Of course, this is what you already know, but also measurable. Our business should be measurable and also realistic in nature. Another thing is achievable. We want to achieve something and we want to see that it is something that can be attained, attained, and also be time bound. This can also invite in an aspect that is to do with exit. Uh, have you entered in this market? How do you plan to exit? So it should have this aspect of time bound. So this is all just resonate with something to do with this, to being smart when we are interacting with the community. So this is something that I also wanted to share, that as much as we are entering into 2026, we want to be more specific, more measurable, more realistic and achievable, and also bear in mind of the timing that we want to work around our engagement with business so that we can sell promptly, we can sell appropriately and efficiently to the community that we share and we leverage their association. So I shared earlier that we work with alumni villages, and I want to just bring out something that is something to do with a collaborative network that there to enhance liquidity and financial growth. Whenever we are together as a community, we have always that magnitude of going uh, further every after and then without hesitation or without slipping behind. Individualism at all times, it can sometimes become stunted and become more hectic to push on. But when you have a community, you have more senses of accountability and also trigger you to always innovate and be creative more further. So this is what I want to sound that when we have a collaborative network, me want to collaborate with Madrid or with Livingstone or with Marseille, with whichever business that they conduct, there is all chances of liquidity. I talked about outsourcing of investments, outsourcing a team. It is something that can be helpful to to grow our engagement. But first of all, last of all, it is something that is beneficial to our financial growth. So I just wanted to proud put out this content. We shared it last year, but this is how these guys did it, and this is how we continue to see them thrive over time through the
in 2020 during the lockdown, and as alumni of engineering at UCU, we said, how about we came together? Most of us are youthful and we are not stable. They did not have land, neither did not have houses. So if we could help them in this way, go somewhere, get a big chunk of land, and subdivide it amongst ourselves, it would really work. In a space of 1 year, got land in Mukono, Namatawa, 4.25.
Okay, so that was the first video. It was just to elaborate more of the network someone can create, and it commands value to his own business venture. So you cannot, this is just a replication of something that any individual can do, either by intentionally create a community and look forward to a value, together push funds together, then they have that supernova command of the market, and then they leverage the purchasing power amongst themselves of whose member of the members that have that skill and have that momentum to reach out to all potential sellers of portions of land. But in essence, they always put cash together, and then they leverage the purchasing power, different professions with different skills, with also those people with all sorts of ideas that always work together to come up with one product at the end of the day. But of which, not forgetting that each individual has got his own target, but in one way or the other, take advantage of each other's capabilities. So this is something that I wanted to share that is also very interesting. I hope it was very audible. And I want to tell you that it always works with communities because people have we all have weaknesses, but your weakness, it is a strength of the other person. The weakness you have, it is a strength of the other person. It always works when you are all together. When you are selling something and you are very sure that there is a community I will sell at the end of the day. That is all something that is very interesting to note when you are participating in communities. So, first of all, it is to identify where you want to set up where you want to set up this. Because we have to bear in mind that as all future forecast, when it comes to profession, many things are going to phase out. But those people that belong to some sort of arrangements that are beyond an individual are those kind of people that are going to thrive in the next 10 years or 20 years, according to the global data. You can also interest yourself by searching global data. It has very interesting information when it comes to future forecasts. AI is taking up many things, but it is just evident that those people that engage within association with people, with others, they will take up the day because they will have products and will have where to sell, and they won't only depend on their they call them 9 to 5 jobs, 9 to 5 jobs. So that is the key. So there is a testimony of this person who was once in the community and also benefited in it. So this can work in any other discipline, in any other type of community, but it is just my example to us that it always works when you are participating with someone else.
Today I'm happy because I have now trust. I have trust in the alumni village. I'm happy because they have delivered the product to us. And secondly, I'm going to be part of the elite class now, because getting land in this Uganda land is not easy. I've got this land cheaply. 3.7 is something very small, and I can do anything. I can sell, I can turn into anything. Rentals, I can also make more business out of it. I highly appreciate the works.
So my
Of
whole
the
point
alumni
of
village.
okay, we have heard about the testimony. We have heard that this person testifying, also referring to something that we talked about, trust. We also see someone is also trying to brand something that that was created earlier. He meaning that this community use these type of people to brand, the product these guys have. So if you have a community, you cannot do much in branding, because there are people already that are branding for you your product. It is just something like when you are, for example, a lawyer and you do something good, people just refer your services to other people, if you are doing something that is very important. But sometimes it also originates from which people that you build systems with, as we shall see later. So how do you think of 2026 when we say all this? We want to close this 2025, but we also very eager to look forward to see how we can come up with a final, you know, conclusion of how we want to end 2026. So I want to say that from my side, the truth is that God knows, because no one knows the future holds, but God knows. But I want to assure you that, however, with systems, we can always predict something that we can achieve in 2026 with the systems. And what do I mean with systems? First of all, what is system? There is someone that was saying that systems just simply means saving yourself time, energy, and money. If we understand this in 2026, we shall achieve all of our objectives, whatever big they are. We just need to first save ourselves. We need to be alive, first of all. We need to be conscious. We need to be, awakened. That is one of the first things we need to go into 2026 with. This community, these people, friends, they may not save us if we are not ourselves safe, first of all. But also time. Time is money. We need to enter into 2026 with awareness that our time is precious, is one of the most valuable time asset that we so far have. We know that time is on our asset side, on our balance sheet, is already ours. We need to save it. Energy, it is something that we also need to remember, that is very key, and also money. As we started earlier, that our model is to influence, it is to always encourage. You save whatever pen you can have, always to just bear in mind that it is better to save first before spending, so that you have something that you invest at the end of the day. So that is the simpler form of creating systems as we enter into 2026. You save yourself time, energy, and money. So with that system, 2026 will be achievable, God willing. So this is nothing else than a system. So we see that unless you start now, on whichever idea you have, it will never happen. So starting now, it is something key. Now on this topic, starting now to connect, starting now to broaden your team, to broaden your community. Join that community that you always dragged yourself to join. Join that association that you always procrastinated to join. Join that, go to that webinar that you always did not have time to join. And I applaud you, all of you, that you joined to this. This means that you already value yourself, you value your time and energy, and of course, you already value your money, because through these types of engagements, it's what we get more informed about the future. So, a call to action as I end, I want to first hear from you. What would you do? Because first of all, I want to pound more on the saving plan, the saving idea, because we cannot talk about investing, we cannot talk about business if we do not really understand that unless we have our savings on side, we cannot capitalize our business, we cannot add value to our business, we cannot invest, first of all, unless we save. So it is to have a target. We can start saving. This community, as I earlier on said, it is also focused on encouraging saving, do the installments as much as possible, and you have a target that, okay, 2026, I'm saving to buy more products for my business, to get more, subscription into a certain organization or a certain, um, association. And with this, it is very evident that at one point you need to have your saving. You must already be saving for something that is, at the end of the day, will save your business. So I want to call upon you, those who are in Uganda, and of course even one who is in Germany, you do not have a money market fund. This is one of the very fundamental saving account, for example, in Uganda, that you can use to make your saving deposits. In this community, we want to encourage more this type of account because we understand that as much as we are in a community, but you cannot have the capital to leverage another person's product that he is selling or service, there our community might be meaningless. Our community might be meaningless. That's why we want to first encourage on the basic things that we can afford, so that we take off onto other areas of investing, business, and also other engagements. So I want to hear from any of you who want to share with us. What would you want that how would you want to structure your 2026 when it comes to um, belonging to a community, but importantly on how you want to improve on the outcome of your business or of your professional journey or of your engagement in one way or the other when it comes to uh, relationships with community and belonging to some organization. I want to hear from you. How would you want to make it, and how would you think that we can also join you or join us in one way or the other? Yes. Anyone can just jump in and then you share something. We are in a few minutes we're going to finish.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Once again, my name is Nyangoma Mildred Taha. According to my small business that I have, I had written my goals I want to achieve in 2026. One of them was saving at least 1 million and have a business profit of some money. The reason for saving I had written down to buy land for my career business. When I say career business, of course, I mean agriculture, since I'm a student of agriculture. So I thought of, if I save this money and have a profit of some money from the business, maybe I would buy land and maybe do poultry farming or ideally crop husbandry. Then the other thing I had written down is ship my business products from China, because I hear in China these are the people who do manufacture clothes, and like shipping them to Uganda is cheap. Yeah, I had written that down, that ship my clothes. Then the other thing was like, if I don't buy land, I enlarge my business. I deal with brands, people who sell clothes. Like I engage more in brands to enlarge my business.
Okay. That's so wonderful. Nyanguma, I will share with you one of
2026.
our. Are you done?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I'm like, if I achieve all these things, then I put a physical place for my business. That's
Okay.
what I had actually put down as my goals I want to achieve in 2026.
Okay. Thank you so much, Midrid. That's so interesting. Thank you, and for sharing with us your targets 2026. And I will share with you. We have a program where we a bit invest in small businesses. I will share with you with the link. It is more like an interview. You will check it out and see whether it can benefit you or not. If it can benefit you, then you can go on and you respond to the questionnaires, and then you at the end of that you will see the detailed explanation of how it works. If it can work for you, then you will respond to in the chat or anywhere where you will be asked to write. Then you will write that I'm interested in this. Then we shall send you our team to investigate on how everything goes, and then we can source out some money from people that are interested in what you are doing, and then you never know. 2026 can be something that we can use to partner in one way or the other. So I see Livingston, sir. You can go ahead in 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. I think 2 minutes, that's so much for me as well, but I will try to use the few that I can. I wanted to, just like Kataha was saying before, maybe we have as business oriented people, we have different, maybe like we have very many things we share in common, though we're in different fields.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to share an experience. We all have role models. My role models, I sometimes pick them from different fields for different reasons.
Yeah.
I have a personal friend and a role model is called Atwine Gilbert. Atwine Gilbert, I'm trying to talk about much more about getting together and getting things done together.
Yeah.
It's something that I think maybe as people we delay to realize, maybe because of how we were good up, like we were, maybe how we grew and the societies we grew up in, that were kind of full of greed and not wishing each other good. But those are the chains we need to break in this generation that is starting with us. I was talking to Gilbert. If you have ever gone to Chikoni, there is a very big studio called Twine Shots. He's the owner of Twine Shots, and he was giving a testimony that in the last 12 months,
Yeah.
he because there's sorry, to take you back so that the story can flow. They have a network. It's called Business Network International. So its major purpose is for people with businesses to come together and create opportunities for each other.
Yeah.
So he was giving a testimony that in the past 12 months, they have given, like, his business has given out referrals to other businesses, and those referrals have generated 198 millions.
Wow.
And then he has received referrals through that Business Network International. He received the referrals that generated 134 millions. My friends, this is just 12 months. That means in 1 year. So there are two things that I'm reflecting from this. First of all, for them to come up with this kind of information, it means that they were actually keeping their records so well.
Exactly.
Which is sometimes not our common practice or maybe our common habit.
Mm.
It's important to keep the information recorded down, and it's important to connect and come together.
Yeah.
I am a farmer, I'm a student.
Mm.
Mr. Samuel, you're a lawyer, I am your student. So
Mm.
there are some things like I can be having a problem. I need a lawyer to work through me, like to help me do something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when every time I think about of a need for a lawyer, I would automatically think about Samuel, and I'll obviously give you business.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, to me, I think getting together, getting to know each other, getting to know what someone does and how they do it, and on top of all that, if someone gives me a referral, it's supposed to be upon me to make sure I deliver to the expectations of the
Yeah.
customer, maybe the client.
Yeah. Thank
So
you so much.
welcome.
We are left with just the 3 minutes. I'm sorry to cut you short, but I wanted to make this short as possible so that we can have the interaction, so that we can also keep engaged and also keep our minds open for our new, for other uh, meetings that will come. Sometimes meetings, if they delay, they can lose purpose. But thank you so much, Livingstone. Thank you for anyone that joined. I don't take this for granted. We meet every year on 29th just to trigger ourselves to start up the new year with a lot of motivation, but someone said that motivation alone sometimes may not work because motivation fades. But with consistency, with target, with plan, that is something that is very okay. So just 30 minutes. Any of you who want to say something, please feel free in just 5 seconds. If there is no one, we have your contacts. We shall be reaching out. First of all, to share with you the recorded presentation, if you don't mind, and also we shall always update you on what are the moves. We shall always write to you. How is your business? How far is it? How would you want us to connect with you? For example, I will talk also, I will continue to connect with you, Livingstone, according to our new products we have in our circles. We have this. If you feel yourself that you can join, it's okay. If you have something that we can join, it's okay. We shall always share. Madrid, I will share with you some details that I already told you. You check it out. And if you feel that it can also be of support, of help, you will also reply, and then we shall keep in touch. Otherwise, I wish you a very, very successful 2026. Thank you so much for joining in, and we shall see each other in the chats, on emails, on WhatsApp, and then we shall keep in touch. Thank you so much for joining in. May God bless you.